Howdy, partner. Welcome to one of the most northern parts of the United States of America. Travel with me upriver as we talk to a bunch of ladies and fellers and they share their tales of wit and wisdom. That's right, it's time again for Skagit Storytellers with Liz Rankin.
I know you really didn't want to do this.
I was hesitant the whole time.
And you don't listen to podcasts.
I don't listen to podcasts. No.
What do you listen to at work?
Music. I'm a music junkie. If I'm not listening to music, I'm humming, whistling, tapping. You know, I've got music in my brain. I want it to come out.
Did you teach yourself how to play?
In 5th grade, I started at the recorder.
Really?
A little flute, you know. The next year, it was saxophone, and I was a horrible student. I was not learning at all.
Like you didn't practice?
I didn't practice.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't reading the music. Half the time, I wasn't playing the instrument. And there was one of my classmates, she got so mad at me. She was like, hey, he's not playing his instrument. It's like...
She told on you?
Yeah, she told on me. And the whole class could see it. And I'm just sitting there, you know, with my saxophone. And now looking back, I wish I chose the trumpet. I see one
Can you
on
play?
your fridge right now. No, I cannot play a trumpet. But I hear a trumpet. I love jazz music. And I hear a trumpet. And it's just one of the coolest sounds.
Honestly, Zach Michaud, one of his songs, Answering Machine Lullaby, has a muted trumpet on it. Mm-hmm. And I said, that's it. I'm going to learn how to play that part.
And you got the mute on there.
I got it, yeah. And I have 5 notes so far.
Yeah.
So I have to keep going.
Good. How are your lips? They get all...
You know, I'm going to have to practice. Yeah, I'm definitely out of shape for that.
After 6th grade, we moved to Concrete, and I didn't want to play band. I didn't want to be in band anymore. I was signed up for band the first day of school, and then I went to the teacher. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm going to switch classes. I was in band last year,
yeah,
and I did not like it. It wasn't cool. No, thank you. I've got no interest in music. But
wow, it's so weird to hear Miguel say, I had no interest
yeah,
in music.
It was the truth.
So what was the turning point?
Boredom, yeah. 8th grade. Boredom. It was the last day of 8th grade. I stayed home.
You didn't go to school?
I didn't go to school my last day. My parents were like, you don't have to go. Those days don't mean anything. I was like, right on, I'm not going.
As a teacher, I'm not going to argue with you, but I cannot agree with you.
I mean, there's something nice about those last days. You know, you're little obligation. You're just hanging out with your friends, saying bye. It's fun. They probably have activities for you to do. I don't give a damn about those activities.
So you stayed home.
So I stayed home, and my sister, she moved out several years before me.
Oh, so she's older?
She's older, and she had a bass guitar that she left at the house, and it was just sitting in the corner. And I was like, what am I going to do on this last day of school, stuck at home? And I look at the bass, and I'm like, I'm going to learn how to play bass.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just picked it up, pulled the book out of our cupboard or drawer, and I just started playing.
Wow.
And then I was like glued to it.
Really?
For days and days and days. And I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Was there like a specific song you were trying to learn that, like, what were you listening to?
I was listening to what my parents listened to, which was a lot of classic rock.
Okay.
The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a lot of the Beatles, and I was trying to learn a few of their songs. Oh, Darling, which is off of their last record.
Yeah.
Abbey Road. And it's got a really cool bass line to it, and
yeah,
I spent probably a month trying to learn that song. And the funny thing is, I was imagining myself performing these Beatles songs with some of my classmates. One of my classmates is on the drums. They're just perfect on the drums.
Yeah.
And then there's a guitar player. I don't know who's singing, though. I forgot who was singing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
I was like, wow, performing music is probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd never performed other than a choir concert at school. You know, all the kids, they'd sing choir, sing their Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but nothing involving instruments.
That's funny that you said that you picked it up out of boredom.
Yeah.
Because Jack told the story about how band came to his school, saw them play, loved them. His mom bought him a guitar, didn't touch it for like 3 years.
Yeah.
The power went out for 4 days, nothing else to do, bored, picked up the guitar.
Yeah.
And yeah, 2 good examples right there. When did you start wanting to write your own stuff?
That was a long journey. I wrote a couple songs in high school, and I performed one of them at one of my band concerts, school band concerts. But I haven't played those songs in years. There was only a couple of them. And then once I graduated, I had this idea that I wanted to just be an acoustic solo artist. I didn't want to be in a band. I didn't want to play with other people. I was a real music fucking snob. I was just a fucking brat.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't want to play electric music. No, playing with people is complicated.
Well, you said you're kind of antisocial.
Yeah. I just and dealing with arguing bandmates and high out of their minds. I didn't want to do.
So you're just picturing all the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But
the one thing I didn't know how to do was write a song, and that was very discouraging for me because I wanted to write songs, but I didn't know how to do it.
So how'd you learn?
Changing my order of operations. I knew how to play guitar. I knew how to sing. I would have these chords. I'd strum on these chords or this riff, and I'd be like, oh, that sounds cool. What do I do with it? And I'd try to think in my mind of a scenario for a song, a story, and nothing would come to mind. I was like, shit, I've got no creativity. My brain does not work. Shit, I don't know how to start this. And that discouraged me for years. I was like, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not a creative. Me and my girlfriend, my ex, we broke up and we went our separate ways.
You're like, now I have something to write about.
Yeah, she wanted something different. Our lives were just kind of living stagnant. I haven't been doing what I want to do for years, and
because
I was unhappy. I was uncreative. I was just being a fool. Just no creativity, no drive, and
now you don't have that problem.
I don't have that problem anymore.
Awesome. I have this book called How to Write One Song by Jeff Tweedy. Do you like Wilco?
The store?
Wilco?
Wait. Oh,
it's a band.
Oh, Winco.
No.
That's Winco. Yeah, I've been there a few times.
They should do a collab. No, Wilco. So Jeff Tweedy's the lead singer of Wilco. Yeah. You don't know Wilco? Oh my gosh. What you make of the song or what the world will make of it is of little concern when contrasted with the joy that I've talked about many times now, the joy of disappearing long enough to find something you didn't know you had inside you. Are you thinking about, okay, how is this going to be received? No? It
starts with my journal, which it really is just a journal. I mean, like I told you before we started, I love going out to breakfast.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah.
I'll be just alone. I'll make time just to eat my breakfast, write in my notebook about whatever pops into my head.
Yeah.
Whether it be, a bad day at work, a good day at work, somebody I ran into coincidentally, maybe, good or bad. Maybe I'm feeling I got a headache at the moment. I'll just write it down. Anything that comes to my mind, I'll just write it down, and maybe it serves a purpose creatively later. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's about me, sometimes it's about someone else close to me, and it's kind of therapy for me to write.
Yeah.
Because all my songs are very close to me. They're I wouldn't say they're not happy songs. They're not. they're when I'm playing music with my band, pretty much nothing. I'm not really going for harmony and melody and trying to get a hook with these songs, trying to make them presentable and likable. It's like I want to scream, I want to raise my voice, I want to sing about what my life is about or what's going on in my life, and it's good therapy.
And the people that will like it will like it.
Yeah.
And there's only one line that I ever remember from your songs. I haven't even seen you guys play that often, but you sing, I want to do my taxes with you.
Well,
I love that part.
now that song is completely made up.
I love it. It's great.
That's our only song that
What do you mean it's made up?
it doesn't mean anything. That song.
Did you guys all write it?
Me and Spencer wrote
Because
that
so
song.
Spencer's your drummer.
Yeah.
And then Gibson's guitar
bass
or
player.
bass player. Okay, yeah.
And Marshall, Gibson's brother, he recently joined the band.
Oh, did he?
He's on guitar.
Awesome. Yeah. It was his last day at the liquor store.
I know.
Yesterday.
He starts bowing tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you remember Birdstock last year?
Wait, I left Birdstock early. What happened?
Me and you were standing in the shade for like an hour chatting, and then Marshall came up and I said, Marshall, hey, you're going to work at the liquor store. Jeremy and I talked about this. You'd be a really good fit. That was standing right outside the entrance.
And I was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was near the beginning when it was like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we were only there for a couple hours and we left. So yeah. Anyway, that was my first Birdstock. I got Marshall a job. That's all I remember.
The highlight of Birdstock.
That was the highlight. And I didn't know, I think you and Marshall and Clay were the only people I knew there. Now it's going to be really fun to go back this year, know like way more people.
You
and-
know everybody now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
You know
excited.
all the musicians in the land.
I do.
You made it a personal mission harassing me on Facebook.
I think I only asked you once,
You asked me once.
and you said no, and I left
said
you
no.
alone.
Yeah. And then you asked me why I hated you. And I didn't have a good answer to that. You know, I knew I hated her, but I'll do her podcast anyway. No.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing this.
no problem. Okay, so yeah, how did that song, that ridiculous song, come about?
It was, I had this music, and I knew I wanted to do something with it, but I didn't know how. I didn't have any words, so I asked Spencer. I was like, "What is this song about?" And he goes, "Jesus." I'm like, "Okay, wait, no. What is this song about? What is it about? Rainbows? It doesn't have to be about rainbows and sunshine." And that's the first lines of the song. Sunshine and
Is it?
rainbows and that's the first two words, 3 words. Sunshine and rainbows and like I sing and just to fill up space. It's just
You're like, these lyrics don't matter. It's
Yeah.
just the music.
so sunshine and 3, 4 rainbows and
So is that insulting that that's my favorite song?
no, it's not.
No, I'm just kidding.
I like it too. It's
Were you also in Bare Feet?
never.
Are you the only one who hasn't been in Bare Feet?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know Zach Michaud was in Bare Feet.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Anyway.
either until
Yeah.
I met him.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Yeah.
met Zach last year, I think it was, or the year
Yeah.
before last.
Yeah. He's so much fun to see live.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I talk about him every episode, but
For good
yeah,
reason.
he's so
a
much
great
fun.
show.
Well, when we recorded, I was lamenting the fact that I have a tattoo on my lower back, but it's not a tramp stamp because I got it in 1999, and that's not what they were back then.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, so I joked that I have the original tramp stamp. He goes, "No, I do." And I was like, "No offense, but you don't." And he goes, "I do." Turned around, lifted his shirt up, and it looks like a stamp. It says tramp.
Yeah.
And there's a stick with like a hobo scarf, on it.
Uh-huh.
You win. Are you involved in all the shows at the theater?
So far, yes.
How did you start doing that?
Originally, it was just wanting a place to play, and my band, we just wanted somewhere to play in our hometown. I think at the time, I'm not sure if at the time the hub was open or not.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was, or maybe it was.
Just
maybe it
starting out,
opened later that year.
Okay.
I forget the timeline, but I asked Val if we could have a show there
Yeah.
in September, and she agreed. And I got a 4-act lineup together, and we just had our show. It was a success.
And you've played at festivals and you've played in bars.
Yeah.
So like how does that compare to playing at the theater where everyone's just sitting there watching you?
It's very different because everyone has full attention at you, and they'll notice things because, you know, in a bar, everybody's talking. Some people aren't paying attention to you. Some people want you to shut up. Some people were like, damn it, a band is here. I just wanted to get drunk. I didn't want to hear no fucking loud music.
I never thought about that. Yeah.
Some
Do you see people glaring at you sometimes?
No, not glaring. Just this.
You can tell.
Just this look of
I wish you
indifference. It was like maybe they don't. They're just like, oh, a band.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But the theater, they came to see you.
But yeah, they came. They came for a show.
Yeah.
And you have this need to be extra attent.
So there's more pressure.
Yeah, there's more pressure.
Yeah.
You gotta. If something falls on the ground, someone's gonna hear it. In between songs, a piece of paper falls on the ground. You hear every crinkle, every single. And,
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's really the main difference for me, at least.
Actually, no, I did trivia at the Hub all last summer, and then I did trivia at the theater, and I remember that was my first thought was, "Whoa, you're all looking at me."
Exactly.
And you're drinking beer, but you're not close to drunk. That's your first beer, and all the noise in this entire place is coming from this microphone. Yeah, actually, that was really weird. So you did that show. That was the first show. And then there's been like, what, 4 since then?
I think
4 or 5?
5.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm excited for this one on Saturday.
Me too.
I don't know the Dimes at all. But, so the drummer used to be in Gin Gypsy.
I booked the Dimes for the theater without even listening to him.
Yeah.
I knew they were going to be good. Sonny Brown, he's putting out good stuff. Great drummer. I've heard him. Jesse Eldridge, some sort of country or rockabilly band for the theater. Do you know anybody? And he's like, oh yeah, my boy Sonny, he's putting a rockabilly band together. And
oh, cool.
I was like, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
I'm putting all my faith in Jesse. I'm like,
pressure.
yeah, he's got to be good. So I book him.
Yeah.
I talked to Valerie about it.
Cool.
She's like, yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
July 8th.
Nice.
This is when it's gonna be. But then I went and saw them a few weeks ago at the old Edison.
Oh, nice.
In Edison.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah.
So good.
Cool.
The dance floor was full the entire time.
I was just thinking, like, I remember when the Enthusiasts played at the theater, there was quite a few people dancing, and that was really fun to see. Yeah.
Groovy bands.
Cool.
And a lot of people know them. I'm excited. Should be a good show.
When do you guys play next? You play at the Fly-In? No.
Leo Boots and I play.
Oh, not Pretty Much Nothing.
No.
Okay, got it.
Leo, he's the front man, and whoever is available, we'll play with him. You know, if I don't have anything going on, I'll play some bass for him. I love playing with the guy.
How did you meet him?
We played a show up in Rockport, and he messaged. He commented on Facebook saying he really liked us, and then he asked if any of us were available to back him up for any shows. At the time, I told him that no, I want to focus on my band. I didn't really want to be in another band, but I think it was fall or winter time. We decided to take a break over the winter, just write some songs, practice.
Just this past winter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Last one. Yeah, no. No, it was this past winter. Yeah.
Okay.
But then he messaged me again and asked me if I wanted to play. I was like, yeah, sure. I don't have any shows right now. You know, I'll play some guitar for you.
Oh, yeah. I saw you guys at Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
I just
there.
remembered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving through town and, it worked out. So
I met Spencer in school. I met Gibson and Marshall when I was 11. When I moved to Concrete, my family moved into a house. We rented it from Gibson's grandparents. I was lazy.
Yeah.
I'm still lazy.
You made it here to see Joe Woolley.
Yeah. And I was dreading it the whole drive. Yesterday, I'm just like, why did I agree to this? Damn it.
Yeah, actually, when you texted me this morning, I was like, fuck, here's the text where he's going to back out.
You know, I was on Metcalf Street driving to after my breakfast.
Yeah.
I was driving here. I get a buzz on my phone. I'm like, oh, this is her canceling on me.
You know why, though? Because I feel like that's what people do these days, is they cancel way too often.
Oh, yeah.
And first, sometimes there's legitimate reasons, but I think a lot of times there's not.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to be true to my word. I try to be early places. And if I tell you I'm not going, I ain't going. You know? I get these little spurts. I'm not shy in public, but I'm not prone to conversation. But I can be loud in public. Like if you see me at Walmart, oh man.
If you see me at Walmart,
Just walk the other way.
Why?
Like, I'm a fucking dork at Walmart. It's just.
What do you mean? I need to know what you're talking about.
All right, so I was with a friend of mine, and we were at Walmart.
Okay.
And I start. We're in the parking lot, and I just raised my voice a little bit. And
what'd you say?
I don't remember what I said. I think I was just expressing my joy and happiness.
I'm at Walmart.
I am here. I'm here. I'm alive. And she goes, you know how people see you? They think you're a fucking crackhead. You're a big guy, and they see you walking towards them, raising your voice, and they flinch. They look back and they flinch. And then they notice you're happy. You're just joking around, and then they're like, okay, he's not crazy. He's not gonna kill anybody.
They have 9-1 dialed.
Yeah,
They're like waiting. Oh no, erase that. When I texted you last night and I said, any requests? You should be a guest on my radio show.
You know,
listen up, hear me out. My radio show. So I was just filling in for Jeremy because he's on vacation, and I loved it so much that last week I did it Thursday night. Friday morning, I called the station. I said, "Can I have my own show?"
Yeah.
So I start Tuesday from 6 to 8.
Right on.
And it's just me, but I'm, hopefully like I'll have guests pop in here and there, and yeah, we can sit down. We'll talk about an artist, play a tune, and then share a story and play another tune and take requests. And it's 2 hours, but man, you blink and it's done. It's crazy. There's a few ads that you have to play, but it's nothing crazy. Yeah.
See.
You should be a guest sometime.
How
about you just sit there? You don't have to say anything.
See, I thought about doing the radio, and if I were to do it, there'd be no talking at all.
Honestly, I don't think you have to.
Right? That's rad.
Yeah, because and there's an ad that says, "Do you want your own show? Call the station." Yeah. Because I don't know how many shows there are. My show from 6 to 8, and then your show can go on from. You're like, are you sick of her talking? Me too. Let's listen to 2 hours of music. You're such a
That's
jerk.
what it'd be.
Just 2 hours straight. Is there like one that you just watch like all the time? It's just like in the background. Like what's the movie you've probably seen the most?
Shit. Movie I've probably seen the most ever. Probably Matilda. Have you seen Matilda?
No.
No?
With the little kid?
With the little kid.
I mean, I know the books. I'm a teacher, so
I know the book too, but the movie.
What do you like about it?
I mean, she's the bright young girl mistreated by her parents with magical powers. That's what's not to like about that? You're like, this bitch is rad, and there's no reason she should be treated this way. It's a song I wrote. It's the idea that your life is more important than others.
Got it.
And you're a bad person.
Like it's all about you.
Yeah, in the worst possible way. Like someone is on their deathbed and you have to go see him, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta go see him." Do you know someone like that?
Did you post this on Instagram?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I was looking through your account a couple days ago. I wonder if I saw that.
Yeah, you.
I liked a bunch of your stuff. Do you know who Stephen Pressfield is? He's an author. He wrote The Legend of Bagger Vance, which is a movie. He has a book called The War of Art, and I talk about it every podcast. You do?
Yeah.
How'd you get it?
A writer friend of mine gave it to me.
Why did he give it to you?
Because I was
Stuck?
talking about, just trying to be creative and ways to do that. The cool thing was that it's in these little snippets, easily digestible passages.
Yes.
It's like you read 1 or 2 passages, you're like, whoa, that's cool.
So that idea of resistance, right? Like it can come in any form.
Right.
Like all of getting sick is a form of resistance, or CJ saying, "Oh, let's watch this new show."
Yeah.
No, I can't. But the thing is, resistance is only trying to stop you when you're doing something good for the world. But if you want to sit down and write a song that could change someone's life, resistance doesn't want you to do that. But you have to feed it every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day it shows up.
My biggest resistance is my phone.
Ooh. But you know that. So that's step one.
That's step one. You know what I did a couple days ago? Yeah, a couple days ago. I turned my notifications off on all my social media.
Good for you.
I was like, something needs to change.
Was that after I kept liking all your posts?
No. Yeah. It's like, who's this?
Block.
Block.
Okay, so what song did you decide to play?
I don't have a name for it.
Okay.
Do you want to name it?
Sure. All right. I'll name it after I hear it.
All right.
Or do you want me to name it right now?
You can name it any which way. I mean, in the band, we try to have the audience name our songs a lot of the time.
Oh, I did hear that at one show. Yeah.
But so if I screw this up,
Oh, it's the Inconvenience song.
yeah,
Okay, got it.
keep that in your brain.
Maybe the Inconvenience song. Okay.
It's over now. Why can't you give up to fall asleep? A deep dark sleep, that's what you need. The sky above, it misses you so. All the high times in your mind, you do it one more time, your life is shit. And I'm sick of it, oh you're so sick. Your body's numb, you should be in the ground. Yet here you are, and it's so easy. But it takes too long, I should be at home. Nothing should go wrong, it's true, it's true. What should I do, what should I do? I bite my tongue, put on my best show. I act like I care, pretend there's something there all this time. I've been lying, it comes and goes, and nobody knows. I couldn't care less, I only want the best, give me my life. I think it's time for you to go down, or straight to hell, maybe above, just somewhere else, and it's so easy. But these last few days have been enough for my selfish ways. It's true, what should I do, what should I do? Straight to hell, maybe above, just somewhere else, and it's so easy. But these last few days have been enough. selfish ways, and I don't care to speak my mind. This misery shall pass. This life is mine, and it's so easy. These past few days have been enough for my selfish ways. It's true, it's true. What should I do? What should I do? I'll go and see you. See, I'm kind of fighting with that.
Why?
Because I like to just hang out at home.
Yeah.
I'm such a homebody.
Yeah.
You going out, it's a new thing for me. Since I've been playing music, I've been in bars and shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to go see bands. I want to meet new musicians, and I've met a lot of new musicians, cool people, and I'm like, oh, I still just want to be at home. I just want to hang out. I don't want to.
That's resistance.
Like
Your phone's like, stay home with me, Miguel.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Miguel. Just me, you, and TikTok. Come on.
I am so content at not being somewhere. I don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
I don't.
You like Corona.
I'll drink a Corona when I don't feel like drinking.
Yeah. I always like to share near the beginning of like how we met. And I met you at the Hub. I served you a Corona and matzo sticks.
Probably.
No, something like that. Yeah.
We bonded over music.
We did. Yeah. That's usually how I get to know a lot of people.
I don't want to go there. It's just like going.
Because that means you have to leave the house.
It's just like going anywhere. I'm like, do I want to be there? No.
But you're going to the show tonight.
Yeah.
Why are you going to that show? Like, what's making you leave? You know, what's the drive to leave the house for that?
Jack's a good show. He's bud. Cody Jordan asked me what I was doing tonight. I was like, nothing. He was going. I figured I could mob down there, invite some people that I know in Bellingham. Texted the bandmates, seeing if they want to go.
So I'm really excited. But you're playing at the Hub the weekend after.
Yeah.
I just saw it with the Red
Eye Nights.
Who's that?
They are a rock group from Arlington.
Okay.
We played with them at the Mirkwood in Arlington back in I think it was March.
Okay.
They're an awesome group, like stoner rock, hard rock, just a driving band.
Oh, fun. That'll be fun at the Hub.
It was really cool to see, and they fit well with our style, and we got along with them real nice.
Yeah.
So
cool.
You know, we figured we'd have them play at the Hub in our hometown.
I love it.
We played in their hometown. Now they can play in our hometown, and
yeah. Are you gonna listen to this episode?
Probably not.
But you have to listen to it so you can approve it. Or do you just trust me?
I don't care.
Really?
I just put it out there. Just do it.
I'll only put good stuff out. Don't worry. I'm not going to put anything weird out.
You know, me and my friend Tony Wright.
Can I stop you really quick? Tony drew that.
Really?
He drew that with Sharpie.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is that amazing?
Yeah. Tony and we were doing a project. It's called Crisis Valley. It was just released today.
An album?
Yeah. It's an album on Spotify. And Crisis Valley, it's just us goofing around, writing songs. First thing that comes to mind, kind of like
love it.
First take bullshit.
Yeah.
Stupid songs, stupid ideas.
About doing
great
taxes.
Music. Something. And,
I love it.
And he was in charge of all the editing.
Yeah.
I would just spurt out some nonsense.
Yeah.
And then he'd edit it. And it's out now.
And you've never heard it.
I've hardly heard it. And it's like...
You played it, but Yeah,
I sang on all of it. But it's like, whatever's out there is out there.
That's hilarious.
And
I love it.
Crisis Valley on Spotify.
All right, I'll put a link. That's funny. Should I have Tony on?
Yeah,
Does he have some good stories?
He's a hoot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I wonder if you text me a picture of you recording a couple months ago. Is that what you were doing? Pretty much.
A shared effort.
It's always funny when I say pretty much nothing and people don't know I'm talking about a band. How did you come up with that name?
We went to go see Lazy Acres, and we talked to the guys after the show, and they were like, so you guys are a band?
Yeah.
And one of us was like, well, right now we're pretty much nothing. Which is the truth. We're like, we're just playing music together. We're not a band right now. We're pretty much nothing. And they were like, well, there you go. There's your band name.
Really?
And it was just like, boom.
That's hilarious. Who said that in Lazy Acres?
I think it was Trevor.
Okay. Trevor named your band. Wow.
Maybe Trevor.
That's cool.
But that was like it was a while ago. I don't quite recall.
But I love that because, like, I don't know, just sometimes the simplest answer is the best, you know? Yeah. I think people think too hard on things. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're having fun up there.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be like, we're the cool guy.
We're going to make it.
We're the cool guy group. We are pretty much nothing.
Yeah. You guys don't text each other and say, like, what are you wearing?
Not
You do.
Not on live podcasts. No. I mean, we'll ask each other what we're not wearing just to excite each other.
But you talked a lot. I'm impressed. I was worried you weren't going to talk.
I'm blown away.
So it's better than you thought it would be.
Yeah. That was good. I'm not so worried anymore. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Kept me engaged.
You were on your phone for 2 hours, Miguel.
It's crazy. I mean, towards the end here, I'm looking at it.
All right. Thanks, Miguel.
Thank you.